Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy to see you here again. Today, I am bringing you a story that is not just sweet or emotional, it is something that has made people all across the country stop and talk. This isn't your average celebrity gossip. This is about something more. It's about connection, about love that goes beyond just a photo or a video. It is about Alina and Navruz, two people whose story has managed to quietly make a very loud impact. It all started with something so simple, but also so bold. A quiet moment shared with the world. And just like that, everything changed. One day, under the calm of a sunny sky, Alina and Alp decided to go public. No press release, no hint, just them, letting the world know they were together not just as individuals, but as a couple, a real one. And the world listened. Their post, soft but sincere, landed like a wave across social media. There wasn't a need for over-the-top captions or flashy statements. They didn't need that. The honesty in the way they looked at each other said everything. And what followed wasn't just excitement, it was a kind of collective breath of fresh air. People were smiling at their screens, sharing the post, talking about love for once, in a way that didn't feel forced or staged. You could tell it came from a place that was genuine. But the story doesn't end there. As always, when someone steps into the light, shadows from the past tend to show up. In this case, that shadow had a name. Alp's ex-girlfriend. But what people weren't expecting was how she'd respond. Instead of bitterness, she offered support. Instead of drama, she gave respect. She didn't let the media spin her into the jealous ex. She didn't let people talk badly about Alp or Alina. In fact, she defended them. She stood tall and made it clear, if what they have is real, it deserves to be honored. That alone says a lot about her, about them, and about the kind of maturity we often don't see in stories like these. But let's come back to Alina and Alp, because their story goes far beyond this one moment. Their love started changing the way people see relationships, especially those lived in the spotlight. In a culture where being private is often safer, they chose to be open, not loud, not dramatic, just open. And that honesty started something. Young couples began to look at them not just as actors, but as an example. Alina and Alp became proof that love doesn't have to be hidden to be protected. That you can be proud of who you're with without putting on a show. That you can be public, but still private in the ways that matter. The way they speak about each other is telling. Alina, always poised and thoughtful, doesn't need big words to make you understand how she feels. A glance, a short sentence, and you just know. And Alp, he looks at her like she's the safest place he's ever known. That's not something you can fake. That's real. And people feel it. Because the truth is, most people aren't looking for perfection. They're looking for something that feels familiar. Something they can believe in. Something that tells them that even in a world filled with filters and false moments, true connection still exists. Their story also has a bigger impact. One that reaches outside the borders of their personal life. It's cultural, it's social, it's about showing that respect and love can exist in the same space. That being in a relationship isn't about control or sacrifice but support, growth, and understanding. They don't try to overshadow each other. They don't compete. They lift each other. They're walking side by side, not one in front of the other. That kind of love, balanced, rooted, real, isn't always easy to find. And when people see it, they hold on to it. They look to it for hope, for answers, for confirmation that love still matters. Of course, not everyone will understand. Some will say it's all for show, that maybe it's just another celebrity face. But the way Alina and Alp carry themselves, the quiet dignity in how they navigate it all, says otherwise. They're not trying to impress us. They're just living. And that might be the most impressive part of all. So, what comes next? Maybe more shared moments. Maybe more time away from the public eye. Maybe this love will last a lifetime. Or maybe it's just a chapter. But no matter what they've shared already means something. To the fans, to the culture, and to anyone who's ever hoped that love could still be real. And maybe that's what makes their story so comforting in a world like this. It's not about being perfect. It's not about showing off. It's about being real with each other. There's no script, no performance. Just two people choosing to walk through life together, even when the cameras are off. They laugh together. They spend time away from the noise. They support each other's projects. When one of them speaks in public, you can feel the pride the other holds, like they are rooting for their partner not because they have to, but because they truly want to. And that kind of quiet, confident love, that's the kind of relationship many people secretly hope for. They've never claimed to be relationship experts. They don't pretend to have all the answers. But maybe that's why people relate to them so much. Because they show us that love isn't about solving everything, it's about standing by someone while they figure things out. It's about showing up even on the ordinary days. Especially on the ordinary days. Sometimes love looks like holding hands in the car while driving in silence. Sometimes it's helping someone rehearse lines late at night. Or being the first to celebrate their little wins, not just the big ones. And every now and then, love looks like just being present when someone has nothing to give but a tired smile. Alina and Alp remind us of all those little pieces. They remind us that relationships don't have to be loud to be powerful. They can be quiet and still change the world for the people in them. And the beauty of their story? It's still unfolding. They're still growing, still learning, still becoming. We don't know what the future holds. Maybe they'll get married. Maybe they'll travel the world. Maybe they'll face challenges none of us can see coming. But one thing is clear, they're building something. Brick by brick, with care. That kind of foundation doesn't come from glamour. It comes from respect, and patience, and honest communication, and sometimes from making mistakes and choosing to forgive. So as their journey continues, let's just be thankful we get to witness even a small piece of it. Because watching love grow in a real, human, imperfect way is something we don't get to see often anymore. If you're in love right now, hold on to it. Nurture it. Protect it. Speak gently. And if you're still waiting for your person, don't lose hope. Love like this doesn't belong to just a few, it exists for all of us. Sometimes it just takes time. Until then, let's celebrate the people who remind us what's possible. Let's keep stories like Alina and Alp's close to our hearts. Let's keep believing that the quiet, steady kind of love still has a place in this world. And if you felt something while listening to their story today, maybe it's because you're ready to write one of your own. Don't be afraid to open your heart, to be vulnerable, to love without fear, because real love is always worth it. Thank you again for spending your time with me. If you like this story, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and join the community for more real stories like this. I'll be back soon with another video. Until then, stay safe, stay open, and keep believing in love. See you next time.